Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 17 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. If you don't follow the competitive VGC circuit at all, or don't follow me on social media, then I have some pretty exciting news for you. This past weekend I went to Portland, Oregon for a regional championship, and I was actually able to win the entire regionals, as you can see from this brick that I got. It's their trophy that they give out. And I just wanted to quickly kind of just thank you guys for the love and the support you've given me throughout the season. From that victory, I also qualified for the World Championships, so I'm really excited to be back in Worlds. It was my 5th regional victory and my 8th World Championship qualification, and I definitely am going to try and give it my all this Worlds. You know, I didn't compete last summer because I was commentating, and 2014 and 2015, you know, I was kind of close, but missed out on Top Cut both years. 2014, I was 4-2, but was one of the lower 4-2s, so I didn't make the top 8. And then 2015, I was 4-3, so was just kind of one game off as well. But that year really needed 2 more wins. So yeah, obviously kind of unsettled by the last 3 times I've competed at Worlds since 2013. Obviously, got so close to winning it all, but didn't quite finish the deal. So I'm really excited to be back there, and I just wanted to thank you guys so much for the love and support. I will be doing a team report / analysis on the team that I used to win the Oregon Regional Championships. I'll also post the QR code, and since all my games were pretty much streamed in top 8, top 4, and finals, I'm going to be doing some post-game commentary on those as well, going over the VOD. So you guys can look forward to all of that pretty soon. I'm trying to get as much content done as possible today. The last couple of weeks have been super hectic, first of all with school and then on vacation and whatnot, but I think now finally I can kind of take a breather and just focus on, I don't think I'm going to go to any tournaments for a while now that I've qualified for Worlds, maybe a regionals later on. Salt Lake is in 2 weeks. I was originally considering going to that, but not too sure about that. So we'll see. But yeah, I really want to just kind of take a break and focus back on making content for YouTube. So we're going to find Cleffy from California with a rating of 1610 for our first opponent of the day. Actually using a Drifloon team. I used Drifloon to win regionals. So 4 of the 16 Pokemon my opponent has was on my regionals team. But I, of course, am using the Crab team that I featured a couple of episodes back. Or I guess it's been 2 episodes now. I want to use my regionals team for a while. This team isn't exactly the most competitive, and it's definitely pretty difficult to get wins with this team if like the strategy doesn't work out immediately. So I'll see if we can, you know, climb a little bit higher today. My rating's not that great right now, so I'd really like to, you know, get some hard quality battles, but really good team for my opponent here. And we're going to get into the first game here. So, Cortana, Tapu Fini, Drifloon, Arcanine, Garchomp, and Snorlax. You know, I could see myself set up for a crab sweep here. Like, I also could go Honchkrow and Krookodile. And interestingly enough, because it's Tapu Fini and not Tapu Lele, he actually cannot burn me with, say, Will-O-Wisp. But if I don't crit myself immediately, that's also kind of bad. I could also go Oranguru. I don't have Intimidate, though. Spider is decent. Crab is actually probably better here. Okay, I think I'm going to go... That's my voice cracked. I'm going to go Honchkrow Krookodile with a Oranguru and Crab in the back. Yeah, although Tapu Fini is going to be an issue. Tapu Fini in general gives this team a fair amount of trouble, so I'll see if I can play around that. But yeah, going to get into the first game of this episode. As always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please share support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for the love and support. I'll be talking a lot more about my Portland regionals victory a little bit later on. But we're going to see Drifloon and Tapu Fini come out from my opponent. Okay, so my opponent can obviously just go for a Tailwind setup immediately. I wonder if Fini is going to attack here. Now, I actually don't want to knock out Drifloon. I would love to just get the crit on myself and knock out Tapu Fini. And I think I will just Sucker Punch and Earthquake here. I don't know if Fini's Muddy Water can knock out Krookodile. Okay, no Protect. And I think I got the crit. Okay, unless Drifloon has a way to touch Krookodile. There's the Tailwind, okay. Nice. So I should be able to just knock out Fini here with Earthquake. I hope so. I mean, it's +6 Earthquake. But it is spread damage, but it's +6. Okay, good. So Fini was actually the biggest threat to my team, so getting that out of the way is really good. I do have the Trick Room component in the back as well, and Drifloon really can't touch Oranguru. So right now my goal is to just play around, basically, the Drifloon. So Cortana comes in. That's obviously kind of an issue. Even at +1, I don't think he should be able to knock out a Rangaroo, so I should just sack Krookodile here and Night Slash Kartana. Yeah, I'm gonna Night Slash and Earthquake. Oh, that's really not good. That is not what I anticipated. I should have, though, given the team comp. I wonder if a crit Night Slash plus a crit Sucker Punch can knock out Kartana. I hope it can, because this Kartana's at +3 attack right now. Oh, dear. Okay, so Honchkro's gonna go for a Night Slash. You know, I do think a crit Sucker Punch can knock it out. Okay, well, I'm gonna bring a Rangaroo in right now. Maybe I don't even need to rely on a crit. I could also protect with the Rangaroo here. This is a very fast-paced game. And of course, with Scope Lens, critical hit with Night Slash is 100% guaranteed. So, Crab one-shots anything in the back. But the self-swagger strategy we've seen already. I mean, I could just Sucker Punch and Trick Room here. I don't see much reason not to do that, because you either knock out a Rangaroo, and, like, even if Sucker Punch doesn't crit, Sucker Punch next turn should KO Kartana anyway, or you knock out Honchkrow and get Trick Room up. So, yeah, I'm just gonna Sucker Punch TR here. Ooh, Kartana switches out. Snorlax? Okay. That's, like, slightly concerning, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, actually, that is the end of the world. Like, how fast is Crab? I actually don't know. Snorlax is definitely should outspeed me. That's really bad. Who would you knock out here? I think I'm gonna reverse Trick Room. Yeah, I'll Night Slash Blim and reverse Trick Room. So I can get the Crab back in. Yeah, so he's gonna Double Edge into a Rangaroo. Oh! What? Okay. This is still so intense, though. Rangaroo got the 1 HP survival. Tailwind peters out. Kartana comes in. Okay, so now it's a question of, does Kartana detect? Because he could just detect. I'm just going to check up on Crab's stats. I'm pretty sure Snorlax is slower. In fact, I don't know. That's kind of bad. I mean, I could double up on Lax, but he's probably buried. If you have Detect with Kartana, you definitely go for it here. This plus 2 should probably knock me out, right? I doubled up on a Kartana. I don't think that's a good play. Okay, so part of me thinks he might have been choiced, but I'm really not sure. I don't know what item Kartana had. He also might have not anticipated Sucker Punch to crit and knockout. I probably don't knock him out without the crit there. But it is a 50% chance. See, I mean, this team is so funny, but, like, it relies on RNG. And if you don't get the 50-50, that could just be bad. Yeah, so now I can bring in the Crab. I really hope I'm right about the base speeds here. Otherwise, I could be in some trouble. Because I'm just going to close combat and Psychic. Okay, so Rangaroo gets the Psychic off. Okay, good. Oh, we end up with the win, but that was some shenanigans. I don't know if Honchkrow's Sucker Punch knocks out Kartana without the crit. I mean, Night Slash did around, what, 66% with the crit? I am max attack. And I went for the Psychic into that slot. I mean, presumably Cortana was targeting Oranguru that turn. So, maybe I should have just protected Oranguru. Like, I doubled up into Cortana. If Cortana just detected, I would have lost there, probably. So, I don't know. Like, I don't like how I played that game, but with this team, you kind of just, like, try to sometimes cheese your opponents. Yeah. Obviously, knocking out Tapu Fini turn 1 was really, really big, and then getting Trick Room up was helpful as well. But that Snorlax was actually... That was, like, a really smart switch in to bring in Snorlax and get the Swagger off. Because I, wasted a couple turns basically Trick Rooming. But Oranguru survived with 1 HP, which was crazy. We're going to find our second opponent of the day. That's also a really interesting team. I don't remember if I said this in the first game. As always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please share support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. Sometimes I forget to mention that. But yeah, thank you guys for the support and the love. And thank you especially... I know there's a game about to start, but yeah, just with Oregon Regionals, like, that victory meant so much to me, and it's really for you guys as well, so thank you guys for supporting me. But for our next opponent of the day, we've got Mimikyu, Salazzle, Snorlax, Tapu Fini, Milotic, and Decidueye. Man, this is like a doozy. I really don't know how I'm going to approach this one. So there's a Trick Room component on my opponent's end as well, with Mimikyu. Decidueye is interesting. Once again, Tapu Fini is the concern. Yeah. I could just go... I mean, I could go Araquanid. Like, actually, if you get Crab to +6, that also works. Question is, do I want to, like, not bring a Trick Room user and hope my opponent sets up Trick Room? I guess even if not, like... Honchkrow Crocodile is a relatively safe lead, and if Trick Room goes up, I'm going to bring Spider and Crab here. I don't, like, Porygon you can make a case for. I don't like Oranguru too much. Actually, I just remembered this. My Porygon still doesn't have max happiness. So I need to go do that after this game. Because it has, like, Psych Up shenanigans, and Return actually does a ton of damage, especially against stuff like Tapu Fini. Fini? I've been saying Fini today, but normally I say Fini. Fun tangents. Anyway, let's see what my opponent brings out here. Okay. So... Could go for the Sucker Punch crit again. To be honest, I think that's my most optimal play, because even if I don't... Like, if I get it, then I eliminate the biggest threat to my team. I guess Fini's not even the biggest threat to my team. Mimikyu's probably... I hope it wants a Trick Room here. Yeah, if I get it, like, I'm in just such a good position, but if I don't get it, then I'm actually perfectly fine with that as well. Last game, it could have been a little bit scarier, since my opponent did have the Tailwind. But, like, Trick Room, I'm actually not as worried about, because I've got 2 Trick Room Sweepers in the back. And we get it again. Today I am the luckiest player. I don't know. It's, like, I think I might want to consider using Z Tailwind with Honchkrow in the future, though. Man, today has been RIP Tapu Fini. So that boosted crit rate knocks out the Tapu Fini. Yeah, I mean, I think in the last game, getting that crit turn was a lot more important than probably this one. Oh! Yikes, I didn't expect that, but that's cool. So that's the Therium Z Mimikyu. Which will probably knock out my poor Crocodile. Unless he targeted Honchkrow for some reason. If that's the case, oh boy. But you'd imagine it's got to be Crooked. Yeah, okay. So we trade 1 for 1. That's fine. No Trick Room goes up, unfortunately, for me. But hilariously enough, Honchkrow is actually, like, just really good against my opponent's team in general. And with that, I think I'm going to take this opportunity to bring in Araquanid, because it can't get burned by Mimikyu. And it's not, like, Play Rough's not super effective against it. And I still got my Z move. And we see Snorlax coming. Okay, nice. If only I get the Psych Up. Oh well. In this position, so I'd love to switch Honchkrow out, but I actually don't think that's the best idea. I might just Z-move Mimikyu and Night Slash Lax. Well, I do have Bug Bite as well, which is actually really cute because I can just steal away Snorlax's berry. What's potentially in the back? Crab actually fares decently well against whatever's in the back. Okay, I think I'm going to knock out Mimikyu this turn because it's a pretty big threat to my Crab in the back. Whereas Snorlax, it should be slower. So I'm just gonna Hydro Vortex Mimikyu. Oh, nice. So he Swords Dance is perfectly fine with me. So this looks like a more offensive Mimikyu. So Z Liquidation should just knock this out. Maybe I should have doubled up into it, but I could just... Oh no, he's Z move. Nice. And Night Slash actually just does just under 50%, so it actually won't proc Snorlax's Berry, which is actually perfect. And Liquidation here, or Hydro Vortex, should be able to just eliminate Mimikyu. And regardless of what Snorlax does, I'll take this turn any day. Kind of funny though, both of our opponents had Snorlax and Tapu Fini. Yeah, I don't know, like, relying on that crit chance immediately, though, is still kind of risky, but Mimikyu will faint here, so that's good. I don't take any damage, basically waste a turn from Mimikyu. Snorlax Curses, hey, I'll take that. And another really funny thing about this team is that I have Psych Up with Honchkrow. I haven't gotten to use it once, but I can actually Psych Up Snorlax's boosts right now and get a free attack boost, which is also kind of funny. So let's see what comes in. The other great thing, yeah, Bug Bite's really cool. So Decidueye comes in. Ooh, that's actually really good for me, too. Because I can kind of just Sucker Punch Decidueye. I'm going to Sucker Punch and Bug Bite Snorlax to steal his Berry away. Sucker Punch probably just one-shots Decidueye. Yeah, he just stays in. Gets a crit again. This time, all my Sucker Punches have been critting. This game, I don't think it was as necessary, but... Yes, I will eat the Figgy Berry. He's just going to return. That's fine. Shouldn't knock me out. Very nice. So, with Snorlax not being able to survive, yeah. I kind of want to go for the Frost Breath on the Crab and end it in style. Even if he knocks me out, like, Honchkrow plus Araquanid win anyway. And I would love to get this combination off. Yeah, okay. My opponent's not going to let me. He just forfeits. Nice. So we pick up another win with this team. But I don't know, like, this team is really fun, but it's just so silly because it's like you're making plays that like could come down to RNG. But I guess like this one, it was like, okay, if I crit, then I probably win just immediately. But even if I don't crit, I'm still in a really good position. Like, I'll be fine. The last game, a little bit scary. Although I suppose Fini could have just Moonblasted me, so maybe that's not even the case. But it is a lot of fun. So I guess I'll have time for a third game. Let's see what we can find. Really need to get into the 1600s at least relatively soon. But yeah, it was really cool. I was in Portland and a ton of people were coming up to me and they were like, "Hey, like the team you've been using, like, or first of all, did you bring Crab to this regionals?" And I was like, "No. Like, Crab is fun, but I wouldn't bring it to a regional competition." Relying on a strategy, especially in best of 3, like is kind of 50-50 immediately is not the greatest of ideas. But it was cool to me like how many people like actually knew about, or how many people had been watching Road to Rank and recognized or liked this team. So I know it's a little bit silly, but I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, I don't think it's like the most skill-based team, but it's still really fun. And like I said, I'll be featuring my regionals team pretty soon. But Austin, our next opponent, has Porygon, Tapu Lele, Araquanid, Pelipper, Xurkitree, and Marowak. Once again, reading stuff off in the most random order possible. Now, this is interesting, because there's a Trick Room component to my opponent's team. Crab and Spider both are very good here. Like, does my opponent want to go with the Trick Room route? I could go with Honchkrow and Krookodile again. And, like, for example, if Pelipper comes out, I can just Sucker Punch a Rock Slide. But I do want to bring both Spider and Crab in this game, because, I don't know, I could totally see my opponent going with the Trick Room route. The only issue is, like, let's say I go with Honchkrow Krookodile, then I have to forego bringing a Trick Room user. I guess I could give up not bringing Crab here, and just bring Araquanid and Oranguru. But I want the Crab! I want him! I really do! Honchkrow, Krookodile. I might have to bring Oranguru here, but Oranguru plus Araquanid is so good against my opponent's team, especially with Instruct. I haven't been able to use Instruct much with this team, but I don't know, it looks pretty solid. Maybe should I just led the Trick Room option on my team? Actually, I should have. Shoot, this is bad. Because if my opponent leads Tapu Lele, which will probably come out, then I can't crit myself. That was bad. Lele's gonna come out. Never mind. Okay, I was very concerned for a second, but we'll take those. Actually, we'll really take those for a multitude of reasons. The only question is if Araquanid has Wide Guard. So I have Brave Bird. I could just Brave Bird and Rock Slide, or I could shut down Pelipper because there might be a Tailwind coming out. Yeah, I think I'm going to Night Slash, Pelipper, and Rock Slide here. So not going for the crit for once, but Pelipper's are often sashed. Ooh. Oh, okay. So not a Tapu Lele lead, instead comes out in the back. Hope Arachnid protects. That'd be really good for me. No protect, but okay. I could have Brave Birded that slot, but I probably actually prefer getting a crit here on Lele. Oh, that just picks up a knockout. Man, Honchkrow is strong. You cannot count out those crits. Okay, so we are going to see a Z-Liquidation here, so that's going to eliminate one of my 2 Pokemon. You would think this should target down Honchkrow, because normal Liquidation would just knock my my Crocodile out. But he targets Crocodile. And the reason why I'm okay with that is because now I can just Brave Bird the Arachnid slot. So we trade 1 for 1, but that's a trade I'm definitely content with. Obviously, like, kind of frustrating because I could have just Brave Birded that slot, but I'll take that any day because now Oranguru pressures with Trick Room, and since my Honchkrow is faster, I can just Brave Bird into the Arachnid slot. And now that he's burned his Liquidation as well, like, I have a leg up with my Arachnid in the back still with its Z move. So, good turn 1 there. Yeah. Like, normally you lead Honchkrow Crocodile expecting... Ooh, as we see Xurkitree come in. That might be faster than Honchkrow. This could be scary. But alas, I will just Brave Bird, Arachnid, and Trick Room. Liquidation in the rain might just knock Oranguru out, though. I don't really have any better options. I really, if I want to win this game, I need to get Trick Room up, because my Arachnid just sweeps. I don't know if he's min speed. So this turn will come down to, is Xurkitree faster than Honchkrow? Will it knock me out with a Thunderbolt? Doesn't even Thunderbolt. Can I get my Trick Room up? Ah, he just thunders. Okay. There was nothing I could have do there, or could have done. Nice! Okay, I can understand that play from my opponent because the idea is like, I don't know if Arachnid Liquidation can knock out the Oranguru, so let me double up into it to prevent Trick Room. Honchkrow could easily protect here. And if I survive Liquidation, then it probably would have been fine anyway. But yeah, my opponent trying to probably double up on Oranguru. I don't even have Protect on this Honchkrow, so I can't Protect. Instead, I get Trick Room up, and I knock out Arachnid. That actually should just be game for me. With 4 turns of Trick Room and a... and knowing that Xurkitree's life formed here. So I'm just going to Night Slash. I'm just going to double up into Xurkitree, to be honest. Even if Pelipper knocks out one of my 2 Pokemon, I really don't care about that because that's a free switching into Arachnid. Although perhaps I should have broken the Sash there on Pelipper's end. So maybe I should have just targeted 1 for 1. But doubling up on a Xurk here means if it doesn't protect, then I just pick up a knockout. The only reason I remember, like, when I played Shady Penguin with Oranguru a long time ago, his Flare Blitz in the sun knocked out my Oranguru. And it, like, one-shot me. And Pelipper protects, nice. So, that should be game, even if Xurk protects here. Nice. So I doubled up into the Xurkitree, just because it's the bigger threat. Psychic did so much, wow. As Honchkrow here will finish up the deal, and then we can just double up onto Pelipper next game. Or next turn. Who needs Scope Lens Cortana when you have Scope Lens Honchkrow, man? Although, I don't know, I don't, like, it's hard to, like, really demonstrate super solid plays, I feel like, with this team when you lead Crocodile and Honchkrow, because it's like, oh, just try to go for the crit. Which I'm apprehensive about. But, yeah, and I can just Night Slash, and Psychic Terrain actually boosts Oranguru's Psychic up, which is funny. I just double up on a Pelipper now. Yeah, this probably does, like, over 50%, to be honest. That's crazy. Yeah, just around the money there. Wow, what? Citrus? You don't see that every day. Citrus Berry Pelipper. Why? My opponent going for a tail, and I don't really quite understand that, but okay. Honchkrow's Night Slash. Ooh, almost picks up the KO. Actually, you can Sucker Punch Pelipper, right? Because he's not grounded, if I remember correctly. I think that's how it works. even with priority. Let's see. I really would like to find out, actually, because I don't know that mechanic quite well. But yeah, this is why I wanted to use this team like a little bit earlier on, because you run into fun stuff, and fun stuff against fun stuff just means fun battles. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, the tail-end play makes absolutely no sense. Actually, Psychic Terrain disappears, so I won't even be able to find out. Let's see if we can get 100% Sucker Punch crit ratio today. I think we used it, what, twice and got crits on both? Or 3 times, right? Oh, Pelipper actually goes for the double, so I won't even get to Sucker Punch him. So, Oranguru will Psychic, and it will finish off the Pelipper, as we pick up 3 wins in a row in today's episode, but I don't know, like, once again, leading Honchkrow and Krookodile can just be so silly sometimes, but hey, we take those, I guess. Let me know how much longer you guys want to see this team for. My goal was to just climb out of the 1500s with it, so I think we're like either in the 1600s or just below it, so maybe I'll do 1 or 2 more episodes with it. Let me know in the comments below, because I do actually want to feature my regionals team. I guess I'll tie my regionals team. It's like one I featured on Road to Ranked with a team analysis, and I'll post a QR code very soon as well. I'm going to be working on that actually right after I finish up with this video. So, yep, that's going to be it for this one, guys. We get 3 really fun games in today's episode. Honchkrow Krookodile really came through today, but also did some cool stuff, you know, with the crab, and Oranguru came through as well. So, yeah. It's going to be it for this episode of Road to Rank, guys. As always, if you enjoyed this, please show your support by leaving a like in the video. And finally, once again, thank you guys so much for supporting me this season. I've been able to meet a lot of you at recent events, whether it was in Australia, St. Louis, or Portland. And to me, I'm just absolutely blessed to be able to do YouTube and to have you guys watch my content and support me. And I've been playing VGC for over half my life now. This is my 10th season playing. I'm 19 years old. And I don't know, like, there's so many points where I've asked myself, like, is it worth continuing to do this? Like, do I have fun with it? And just the last couple of weekends, or really this season, has really invigorated me once again. And a lot of that is owed to you guys. Like, just thank you for your constant support, whether I win or lose, all my videos. Like, I met so many people who came up to me and were like, oh yeah, I watched your videos, that's why I'm at this tournament. And I can't tell you really how much those words mean to me. So, just thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And this regional championship, it's not just for me, it's for all of us, and hopefully I can perform well at US Nationals, or Internationals, I guess, and of course the World Championships, the biggest goal of them all. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Alright, peace.